Bowls Australia acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians of the land in which this stream is produced. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past and present.
Quarterfinal session about to get underway here at the Australian Indoor Championships of 2024. It's Brianna Smith, right at home Jackaroo, against Dawn Hayman, right at home Jackaroo, both from the same club at St John's Park. So excited for this. We alluded to it before the tournament that this could be a grudge match and one that we are going to enjoy thoroughly. Valfebo, my name. Joining me is Barry Lester as he hoes down on a sandwich. How are you, Baz?
Good, mate. Yes, nice sandwiches. Great food here at Club Tweed. They really do look after us very well. But these two players, superstars of the game, both know each other very well as friends and as teammates, and now opposition. So it's a big match for Brianna. I think it was runner-up recently.
2022.
So it's one that she wants to go one further in. And Dawn Hayman, well, got selected for the World Champs last year. Went on and won a world title. So World Champion Dawn Hayman is how we introduce her now.
It's pretty unbelievable, but she said that the selection for that, not only just the fact that she won one, but the selection gave her the confidence to push on and, you know, become who she's been for the last 6 months. She's won everything there is to win. She won every single event she was playing in at the New South Wales State Championships. So the Australian Championships in the second week of the Nationals is going to be a Dawn Hayman feature pretty much apart from the fours.
Yeah, that's right. It's one thing making a five-a-side, but when you look at how strong Australia is in bowls, when you get picked for an Australian men's or women's five-a-side team at an international level competition, it's extremely hard to do. And then once you get the call up, your confidence just lifts and you do really feel as though anything can be achieved after that. And for Dawn to get picked for that World Championships, as Brianna comes down, trails the jack, and then she went on to win the world title. And then after that, like you said, went out and just played carefree, confidence, high confident levels of bowls and won a stack of titles.
Well, not to mention the stack of titles, she was also part of that BPL 19 All-Star team. She was splendid in February, but has just gone on to continue winning things. She got oh so close to an Australian Open singles final this year. Kelsey Cottrell winning 21-20 at Club Helensvale on that final Wednesday of the competition. That was one of the most special matches of bowls that I've been privileged to be ringside for and to commentate. And Brianna Smith has it all to do.
Yeah, nice shot there from Brianna. Not only backhand to trail it, but then to switch to the forehand and then draw another. So Dawn Hayman under a little bit of pressure here, first end. This one needs to hang around. She gets a clean run. She might cut it out, cut a couple out.
It's going to swing.
So 2 it is.
It's a good start for Brianna Smith. We're gonna see some shot making. We know that. Both of these two, they know each other so well. They play together at club level and in the club championships. St John's. Brianna, such an accomplished player at this tournament, as we said before. Making the final in 2022, but she works at St John's Park as well and does a great job there in the bowls office. Lives with her partner Ben Twist now. Right at home Jackaroo as well, one of the power couples of the sport, and has really grown exponentially since that trip to the UK at the end of 2022 when she and Nick Cahill went over for the World Bowls Junior Championships indoors, and she came away with the singles gold medal. And since then, She has proved to be a thorn in the side of many on the rink.
Yeah, you can't really put a figure on how valuable those trips are to play international level. Just get comfortable with rubbing shoulders with and against some of the world's best players at under 25 level, and to have that early days in your career puts you in good stead moving forward. I'm sure they just wish there was more of them. You'd love to play in events like that every couple of weeks, but when you do, you make the most of it. Had a lengthy chat with Kyle Hansen just recently on the phone. Probably spoke for nearly an hour about preparations for Hong Kong Classic later this year. Him and Cody Packer heading over there. And look out for Kyle Hansen. He's prepping hard. He's really keen to make the most of that opportunity. And that's what you got to do when you do get them. Knuckle down and really make it a priority. So it's going to be great to see some Aussies heading back over to Hong Kong later this year.
Dawn Hayman looking to get herself on the board. Dawn's year has already been touched on by the two of us, but off the green, she's flourishing as well, getting ready for a wedding with her fiancé, Thomas Webb, as she gets a nice little touch of the jack and pushes it forward. Pushes it back and trails it. Getting ready for a wedding off the green.
Well, I didn't know they'd set a date because I said, well, obviously I'll MC it.
So you've just volunteered yourself, have you?
Well, I'd been telling Tommy for years, come on, hurry up and
they haven't
and propose, because they'd been together for about 27 years. So, no, it's been great watching them grow up and be such a lovely couple. And well done for Tommy, for Spider, doing the deed there. And I just said, well, look, of course, if you need an MC, I'll put my hand up. So,
$7,000 later.
No, I'd do it for
$8.
Maybe a couple of free lessons off both of them. The stars that they are, Tommy and Dawn.
Won the mixed pairs New South Wales State Championships together, but they haven't set the date yet, so that's still up in the air.
Oh, so I'm a chance still. That's great.
Yeah, no, you're still roundabout.
It's a great fun thing to do, actually. MC a friend's wedding. It's good fun. I was lucky enough to MC Nathan Wilson and Jess up in Port Douglas a couple of years ago. That was fun.
They married in that little chapel.
Yeah. Great spot.
Yeah, it's. I feel as though everyone that gets married at Port Douglas goes there to do it.
You got to get in early though.
Oh, I can imagine. And honestly, I don't know if I'd want to do it during summer because it is stinking hot. We went in February last year and boiling.
Yeah, hotter the better. Love it. I could live in North Queensland, no doubt about it.
See, the hotter I don't mind. It's the humidity. I cannot stand humidity.
Brianna Smith, I reckon at least 2 down. She needs split and stay or split and jack.
She's so close.
What a shot, Brianna Smith.
That is stupidly good.
Played to perfection. And why I say perfection is because she was exactly in the area she wanted to be, and she played perfect weight. She knew she couldn't be much quicker than this. So split and stay, 1-2, rattle through, and jack. What a great shot, Brianna Smith.
And that has sent the message to her great friend. I'm not sitting down here. You're going to have to come out and beat me, and you're going to have to play out of your skin, Dawn. Game face is on. There's barely any celebration there from Brianna. She means business.
So a bit of a awkward spot for this jack. Offline, out the back of the head. Not easy to get to. Dawn's just pulled up short there. Slightly offline. So Brianna Smith, yes, okay, maximum result, but played it really good. Right down the middle of the target. It was a split and stay, but it was split and jack. Well played, big conversion there. So 4-0. Brianna's up and about. now a member of Team Aero, switching over recently. Her and her man, Benny Twist.
Yep. Benny has gone from strength to strength himself. 4-0. This lead to Brianna Smith. She has been on fire in these first two ends.
Yeah, a couple of big trails. She trailed it with her third delivery first end and then got the jack with her last bowl then. So a couple of big jack movements. So we're seeing a lot of games here today where, as we get into the deep end of the tournament, we're seeing some players having to play back-to-back. And that's what comes with the territory of these big tournaments. Sometimes the way the draw falls, you've got to play back-to-back. Australian Opens, state events, club tournaments. Quite often you'll have to play one game and turn around and go again. Survival. It's the survival of the fittest when it comes to these events. And today being the second day, players are on the move. They're looking to notch up some wins, work their way through to the semis.
So just you can see here that Stephen Pell and Ali Forsyth scheduled to be out here. They're not actually out on the rink as of yet. So Stephen just getting a little bit of a rest after his long match just before against Josh Ingram. Went to a tie break and went about 2 hours. But Brianna Smith is absolutely flying on this rink this morning. Trots in behind that one. And that's going to do for two. Those pink bowls doing the talking. She wants a semi-final spot. Such a quality bowler. Be doing a visit of St. John's Park next week. Looking forward to seeing it for the first time. Never been there, or Cabramatta for that matter, so looking forward to seeing both. Two juggernauts of bowls they are. So Brianna Smith for a final bowl of this third end. What is she going to produce? Everything she's touched has been nigh on perfect, and it's going to be quite interesting to see right now. Final bowl of this end.
Yeah, definitely great body language from Brianna, up and down the rink, plenty of energy. She can trail this jack around the corner here, make it difficult for Dawny. Even turn that wing bowl down. She played it very well.
Again from Brianna. Now, does Dawn go for this?
It's a bit tricky. Takes her own out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if she does take her own bowl out, you'd think she'd take a few of Brianna's out as well. She wants the jack here.
Got the jack.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
And it has gone
stiff.
Out of bounds. Jack is in the ditch, but Brianna's bowl has rocketed. Well, not rocketed. Trundled back to hold the tee.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate for Dawn. Played it well. Got the jack. Killed it. But unfortunately, got a bowl through her back bowl. And still manages to lose the end. As you can see that bowl in the ditch back there. That was the one that was meant to stay out the back and win the tee. But Brianna picks up another one.
Brianna also going to the Hong Kong International Classic pairs. And she's going to be partnering with Jessie Cattell. New South Wales teammates now. And Brianna, actually, she was so excited about the BPL and getting to go up there for Pine Rivers and for St. John's Park, the Sydney Saints, their debut at the tournament. But the Hong Kong International pairs falls at the same time. So she'll miss it and she'll have to work out a way to watch the BPL.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but
you got to take the international.
I've got, by good sources, that that won't be happening moving forward. Very exciting to see the world rankings now. both events carrying world ranking points won't be on the same time next year. Both parties coming to fall on that. It's great. Very exciting. Isn't it great when we see young stars like Brianna and Jesse and Kyle and, well, Cody. I know Cody's been around for a while now, but you get over there and fly the flag for Australia and check out Hong Kong and the conditions and take in some new experiences, because it really is extremely different to what we do witness here in Australia. And
I remember you saying you've played there a couple of times and you said it's one of the more remarkable events for you.
Yeah, definitely. It was a real eye-opener for me to be able to see a very strong international competition like that played.
It's Brianna Smith again.
Yeah, right.
She has it on a string this morning.
Yeah, the weight control's been brilliant. But just with the multiple formats as well, to be able to play a bit of singles, bit of pairs, and just great experience. Multiple venues as well, as you probably play across about half a dozen different venues across the week or 8 days. And those 4 players will take out a lot of experience, gain a lot of experience out of that trip. So great to see. We'll be cheering them on from our lounge rooms or wherever we may be. Go Aussies.
Well, we'll be in Brisbane.
Yeah, for those there, that's right.
So we'll be cheering them on from Pine Rivers.
Well run, very enjoyable event, great place to play bowls.
I remember last year seeing a photo of John Roberts, the one of the umpiring directors at the AO. He was in his full whites with a suit in the stinking hot humidity.
Yeah. JR, Collingwood supporter. Probably not talking much football at the moment either.
Dawn does nicely. So the one thing about Dawn is that this will not face her.
No, that's a class shot just there. Yeah,
exactly. The scoreboard does not faze this woman. She just continues to go on about her business like nothing is happening. She's unflappable, and we saw that at the Australian Open against Kelsey Cottrell. She gave herself every chance to win that, levelling it at 20 apiece. Held game. But Kelsey just came up with something even more remarkable.
Yeah, loving the uniform. How smart Brianna looks there.
St. John's right in the top echelon of uniforms in this country.
Yeah, looks classy.
Might have to buy one when we're there next week.
Needs this to hold though, Brianna. Her weight's nice. Well, that'll do for shot. So Dawny and Brianna both from St. John's Park. As we spoke, the uniforms look great. Both young guns, really. Brianna and Dawn are both still very young. And quality players, good people too, good fun people. And Dawny, she needs to get on the board here. She's got about 2.5 feet of room.
Got to know Brianna a lot doing the Right Line podcast. And very talented behind the microphone, that's for sure. But Bri, such a lively person, happy. Loves her cats as well. I met a couple of them on the camera.
Dawn Hayman needs this one to slow down a touch. She's going to trail and stick with it. Yes, great shot, Dawn Hayman.
Will do. Dawn takes her first shot of the match. And yeah, Bri has worked so hard to get into the position that she's in. And, when you spoke to her after she became a Jackaroo for the first time, and she was so proud and so happy to get the news that she was a fully fledged Jackaroo instead of the emerging squad. Trying to emulate the feats of Jackaroos that have gone before her. Stephen Pell and Ali Forsyth having their second end roll-up. So they're out on the rink. Shouldn't be too far away from that quarterfinal getting underway. So spots in the semis up for grabs here. All of these matches that you see on the right-hand side of your screen, they are quarterfinals. Got a couple more to come later on today. And then the semi-finals, they will be decided. 4 semis to come. Before the 2 finals. And next up will be streaming Ben Twist and Corey Wedlock in what promises to be a sensational encounter. So 2 New South Wales Jackaroos facing off here. And next it'll be the exact same thing, which is so exciting.
Yeah, great to see so many stars out there, but I love seeing some players looking to make themselves a household name for the first time. We see Ali Forsyth and Stephen Pell, just Brianna Smith, well, another trail of that jack. That's 4 ends in a row. Just a bit of a quick turnaround for them, but also Chloe Stewart and a couple others. And that's part of the territory. You want to win these big events. Mentally and physically challenged throughout big events like this. Got to be able to stay up. Maintain that focus. Jeremy Henry next door just played a cracking shot. Crowd gave him a bit of a clap. So just a reminder, all these other games going on, there's people sitting on the sidelines watching a game that may be in the middle of the green, and they're applauding that while there's a game going on in their foreground. So crowd being very respectful and wary that not to clap or cheer for a game that's going on a couple of rinks away, and not to put off the players that are directly in front of them. So great to see. And we love to see the crowd cheering on their favourite player or the one they're supporting.
Vincent McElwain next door has just hit a monstrous drive. Thud probably heard at Surfers Paradise. So Dawn Hayman, this is a huge bowl for her, and she's not a mile away.
Wants the jack.
Dawn Hayman, superb.
That's brilliant. 2 down to 3 up.
Could it be 4?
What we're going to see here is a testing little draw shot as Vincent McElwain goes bang, 2 down, and puts the jack in the ditch. But what we're going to see here is this testing little area here. I'll be honest, if I was out there, the confidence levels wouldn't be that high. It's a tricky little area of the green here. Seems to run on nicely and steer off a touch. So Brianna, that should be safe from there.
Brianna Smith.
Yeah, she's played it well. Let the ball do the work.
Back her in any day of the week when she's playing like this. Superb bowling from both. Brianna leads 6-1. In what has been a brilliant start. Dawn hasn't done much wrong. Brianna has just been all over it. Good to see Samantha Atkinson sitting up there. After falling yesterday, she's still here watching on, doing a little bit of work as well. Kelsey Cottrell started in brilliant fashion against Kate Matthews. Leads 5-1 after 5. That match motoring along, as is this one, very quick.
Yeah, that's right. The work never stops. Samantha's been on the laptop the last couple of days. We spoke about it earlier. A lot of these competitors and athletes, jackaroos, etc., time management's the key. Brianna Smith on the backhand. Jack length, 28 metres.
She is bowling beautifully. Is it going to get there? No.
Good attempt.
Just held, but that's a really good home. She's not putting much short either, which is quite impressive.
Another feather in these players' caps, if they go all the way to win this, is that they're going to have to win it across multiple rinks. They're not just playing on one rink, on one section of a green, just knowing the hands, bowl by bowl, game by game. They have to move around from one end of the rink of the green to the other.
And I was about to say, this is the first time we've streamed either of these two players this tournament, so they've been playing on other rinks. And that's the impressive thing. You've got to go from rink to rink. And you can see all of the scores from the other matches that are on right beside the rink here on the right-hand side of your screen. That's all of the other quarterfinals. 6 in action at the moment, 2 later today.
And that's what makes the BPL so special too, Val. And you'll attest to it. You've been there and watched enough events now when it comes to the BPL. If you walk away with the trophy there, you had to play across 2 greens and every rink of the greens.
But not just that, Barry. The best players in the world.
That's right. And gee, it's a long week and
it's going to get longer.
It's a big test. Yeah.
You start winning. If you win BPLs, you know they're tough. They've always been tough to win, but they're only about to get tougher.
Bring it on.
BPL 20 onwards, and the Melbourne Pulse. You're one off the record of most titles by a franchise, Barry. Tweed Heads and Sydney, the Sydney Lions, won 4 each.
Well, there you go. Something to aspire to, mate, but I'll take just making the finals. It's hard enough.
Yeah, getting to that Friday night is hard enough. And we saw in February how many teams were in and out of that top 5 just in that last session. And the Perth Suns endured a lot of heartbreak as Alex Marshall put them out with the final bowl of the morning.
Just seeing some results go right down to the wire, you know, tie breaks and last bowl jobs at the BPL. But as we see Dawn Hayman here, well,
free kick for her.
It really is. It's one of those ones. I'm gonna make the most of it here. Forehand, pretty good to there. Is it going to make it? Not quite. Well, maybe. Yes, it has. So well done. Managed to sneak in there. So that's a handy little 2 for Dawny.
Dawn Hayman trims the gap to 3.
Yeah, one win away. Some of these players now from getting to the semi-final, start talking about prize money and trophies and prestige and history, and then that really big dangling carrot, that one that if you do happen to win this, you're off to Scotland next year. Aberdeen.
It's exciting.
Oh, what an opportunity. Well, if anyone wins that I'm good friends with, well, if they're looking for
coach,
well, I'll be their social media manager or something, or PR, or I'll be their manager, get them some sponsors. And
you don't want to take the Blessed coaching clinics overseas?
Might have to tie in some over there while it's on. Eh?
Why not?
But what an opportunity! And look, we wish everyone could go, but for those that do, we wish them well. Get over there and represent the Aussies.
And I think the dangling carrot for them now, for the players in the quarterfinals, is that from now on, if you win, you're playing on the show rink.
That's right.
Because it all gets bumped in. The grandstands get moved in.
The glitz, the glamour.
Yep.
Brianna Smith, well, just chasing there. Hasn't got a close bowl yet. And chasing already. Would have thought she'd just settle there and just try and get something close before she goes on the attack. I think you'll find she might just revert back to a draw shot here. Sticking to the forehand by the looks. Was a little bit of indecision, so it's going to be backhand here. Open draw. Trailed the jack a few times down on this backhand. Well, wait, it is. Brianna Smith, aggressive play here.
She's close.
Got the back one. Well, there you go. That must be a clear tactic from Brianna. Pretty much a single bowl target. Straight at it. No mucking around. The world under-25 champ. That's what you got to do. No matter what you do, just keep backing yourself in.
But the way that she puts her game face on is so impressive, Brianna. Like, you talk to her off the rink. She's the happiest, most bubbly person that you will ever meet in your life. But then as soon as she steps over the bank, she's a completely different person. Unflappable, no nerves, just concentration and fierce determination.
Yeah, switch on, switch off. Important to know your time, when and where the moment comes. Get yourself into that mindset. Well, Brianna might have second shot here. That one near the tee. It's hard to tell. But if she's still two down, she might just still elect to try and draw this now that she doesn't have anything close. It's hard to get a read on Brianna. Being 6-3 up, you'd like to think she'd try and draw a shot, if not get second here. And be 2 up with
2 ends to play.
2 to play. Here we go on the backhand. Definitely arriving. Brianna Smith looking to trail this jack. She's close here.
Come back.
Can she trail it for 2?
Or can she stay for 1? Oh, it's close. She may have just done it. 1 to Smith. She got it. Wow. 7-3. And if Brianna wins this end, the set's over.
Quality play. Just weight control there for Brianna, just to be able to come down and just trail it with such class and touch. Good signs early on. Dawny didn't do much wrong there at all.
Scores from around the rinks, all to the right-hand side of your screen. Jack McShane in a little bit of trouble. Chloe Stewart flying against Kayla McBean-Curtin.
Well, next door, Jeremy Henry, 7-2 up, playing the 8th end. Finds himself 2 down on the head.
The last 2 champions left in either draw, Kelsey Cottrell and Jeremy Henry, both side by side. Brianna with a little beauty to start. Bowl right at the back of the jack. Dawn, though, back her into obstruct that. Bree has been monstrous. Absolutely dominating Dawn Hayman so far, and it's not often you say that.
There's another nice reply.
Brianna didn't want to get a little rub and promote Dawn's closer, but just to get through, so impressive what she's been able to dish up today.
Big moment happening next door. Vincent McElwain all the way from Traralgon, the Lyrebirds, taking on the Warilla Gorillas in Jeremy Henry. And if he can sit that bowl, make it 3, be back in that match. But you're spot on there, Val, about Brianna. Just everything looks so calm and composed and relaxed for her out there.
Winner of this will take on Chloe Stewart or Kayla McBean-Curtin. Chloe leading 7-1. And Brianna Smith. Does that make it a target for Dawn now?
No mucking around. Dawny, bowl on the way. Forehand. She's got her mind made up here. She wants to arrive, sit something, trail the jack. She's played it perfect, Dawn Hayman.
Oh, wow.
That's magic. Absolutely waved the wand on that one.
It makes it so incredibly difficult.
That's the beauty of having bowls past the jack. Confidence levels are always just that fraction bit higher when you've got bowls to play to.
Have a look at the replay there. Just pinballed in between her two bowls. And Brianna now has to look and sort of think about what she's got to do here. It's going to be incredibly difficult for her to wrestle the shot back. What do you think the best option is, Baz?
Oh, Val, you're 7-3 up with one to play after this. You're 2 down the head. Do quick math, 7-5's not so bad.
With last bowl.
But Brianna's biggest drama she has here is that she just doesn't want to take her nearest bowl out and give away another shot or create more room for Dawn. As it sits at the moment, there's not a lot of room, if any, for Dawn to get another one in there.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good result. She's managed to probably get 4th out of that. So as it sits at the moment, yes, Dawn's got 2, but there's not a lot of opportunity for any more. And sometimes we get so caught up in trying to score, then at the same time we give our opposition more room for them to score. Yep. So it was a bit of eggshells kind of stuff there for Brianna. So I think she's pretty happy just to be the 2 down. And 2 up going the last stand against Dawn Hayman in any singles match. You'd be pretty happy with that.
Jeremy Henry powering along. He's taken the opening set as he looks for title number 4.
He's stroking him well. He always does, Jeremy Henry. He's like fine wine.
So Dawn Hayman, can she add in a third? It would be extraordinary if she can. Just giving it a nice little shake. Dawn Hayman, did not want to tip that bowl over. She did not want to tip that over. It'll be 2 to the world champion.
Great performance by both players there. Really good head of bowls.
7-5. Dawn keeps the set going a little longer. Can she tie it or win it? 2 to tie, 3 to win. Brianna has to avoid those happening to put 1 foot in the semis once again. Chloe Stewart leading 8-1. She's powering along. Ali Forsyth as well, trying to end this dream run of Stephen Pell. Plenty happening at Club Tweed. If you're around the area, make your way up or down depending on where you're from. Watch some great bowls, have some great food.
Even just a look out over at Snapper Rocks there. Get a bit of time. Great up on the hill there. Do the whale watching.
I have been for a walk up there. Not this year, of course, because it's been raining the whole time.
Been stuck with me, mate, in here.
Nah, there's no place I would rather be than stuck with Barry Lester.
Brianna Smith, great answer there. Dawn Hayman, 1 bowl, 2 feet away, and Brianna matches it.
I thought you were talking about my answer. But
not bad. Thank you. Appreciate it. Likewise, mate.
And Locke, of course, he's in here with us.
But just when you go back to Melbourne, can you just give Simon Goodwin a little kick up the backside for us?
My club's got its own problems.
Yeah, well,
before I start looking at other people's.
We need a new football manager, I believe. Anyway, getting back to the bowls. Brianna Smith, short end, Dawn Hayman, just trying something new here. Just a new length, just to change things up. Brianna Smith just looks in rhythm. Look at this for a shot.
And the most impressive thing about that is that she hasn't really created a target for Dawn Hayman there.
No, just put another one in there. Close for shot.
And it's all she needs to do here, Brianna. She just needs to avoid a 2 being scored against her.
She's trying her best. That's for sure. Dawn Hayman chasing one here. Haven't seen too much of this yet. She obviously likes it out of the hand. Dawn Hayman.
So close. Dawn Hayman, what have you got? Just nudges it ever so slightly forward. Coffee.
Okay, big moment in this match. Last end, Brianna Smith jumped out of the blocks with a 5-0 lead. Since then, Dawn Hayman's managed to win 2 of the last 3 ends, get it back to 7-5. And here we go. Her last bowl of this end. Needs to draw it cold to force a drawn set. Can't see a 3 anywhere unless she manages to somehow tuck the jack around the corner. But with this lady, anything's possible.
Dawn Hayman, what have you got? Something pretty good. So does Brianna just take this if it is a shot? If it is one, take it and run. But she's not sure.
We'll wait for our marker to give us a bit of indication. I think it's at least 2, the front 2. I just don't know if the third one's in. So it is definitely 2.
So it is 2. I wasn't sure where Brianna's bowl sits, but it's the only bit of pink in that.
We saw that weight from Brianna Smith earlier when I thought that she may not. If there's a time she needs to play weight, it's now.
Yep, she needs to hit something.
Clean a few out. She's got all the back stuff. Any jack movement should be in her favour here. Forehand.
Such a smooth delivery, Brianna Smith.
Needs to hurry.
Is she going to get there? Is she going to get there?
Needs to hang around.
Has she hung around? No.
May have snuck in for second.
Possibly.
Or we're on par, or we're above par with our drawn sets.
Yep, we might have another one. And this could be a Houdini-like escape for Dawn Hayman. It is a Houdini-like escape for Dawn Hayman. 5-0 and 6-1 down. She levels the set at 7 apiece. We've got a 1-set shootout for the spot in the semi-final. That's got to hurt if you're Brianna.
Yeah, here's some shot play from early on. Really good weight control. Lots of jack movement the first 3 or 4 ends from Brianna. So moving day it is, and it's time for one of these players to make a move early in this second set.
How much does that hurt if you're Brianna Smith? I know you have to be positive and start afresh. She's still 0-0, but you don't want to let Dawn off the hook like that.
Yeah, you can look at it as a negative. Oh, I had a good lead and I should have held on to it. And then you can look at it and be very realistic as well. I'm not taking away anything from Brianna at all. But if Brianna said that she was going to be 5-0 up against Dawn and then somehow managed to be 7-all, I think you take it. But it's how you respond. It's how you react. It's one thing to look back and go positives, negatives, could have been this, could have been that, but it is how you react, and we'll see how Brianna goes these first few ends. Dawny, well, she's got things on her terms in terms of length. Mat back, jack short. We've seen it so many times already, Val. These players, there's nothing blasé or any hope involved at all. It's all very tactical. They will put the mat down exactly where they want it. Try and roll the jack exactly where they want to play to. Try and read the opposition, read their strengths, read their weaknesses.
This is probably the biggest test for Brianna Smith now, I think, Baz. You look at what she's putting out there. She's been on song the whole match. Now it's how do you maintain your level? Because you know Dawn Hayman is going to.
And I said it last game, it's just that reflection time when every time you're prepping for a new delivery, just making sure you're in a positive mindset. And if you've had any positive experiences, just keep reflecting on them, whether it be a weighted shot you played, a draw shot you played, or just knowing that you can achieve what you need to do. Brianna here, looking to get to that split.
Got in.
Well, Jeremy Henry, the rink next door, you see him walking across, you see his feet at the top of the screen. Vincent McElwain, well, he's playing against one of the best draw bowlers the world has ever seen, and he has to then be forced to play a lot of drives. So we've seen the jack move around a fair bit at the moment as Vince tries to drive Jeremy's bowls off the green.
Kelsey Cottrell, Baz, took the first set 9-4 over Kate Matthews, but Kate 4-0 to the good after 2 in the second. And Dawn Hayman, well, she has lifted and she's asking Brianna, can you go with me?
Brianna having a good study of this. I'm not quite sure what she may play here. It depends what she's down. If it's 2, she might be aggressive. If it's 1, she might just... Yeah, it is 2. So, forehand trail might make 2, but tough shot. Or do you play some kind of promotion up on the backhand? So, I think it's going to be forehand draw.
Brianna Smith asked a huge question. Making
Far
its
away
way
here.
down. She's very close. Brianna Smith.
Well, that's brilliant.
That is something out of this world. She can go with Dawn Hayman.
Brianna Smith just looks like a new player. She's got new equipment, switching to aero bowls, and switching to the forehand there and just drawing the shot.
That in the context of this match, to be able to pull that out with the highest degree of difficulty, she had to be pinpoint, and she was.
I was probably more impressed with just the way she really prepped for that shot, just standing around the head, really looking at all the angles, and then you could clearly see, just even in her body language, the way she walked back to the mat, that she had her mind made up, stepped up onto that mat and delivered. And if you're still guessing when you're on the mat about what to play, you'll end up playing probably a lot of poor bowls by guessing. You want to be fully prepped and prepared pre-mat.
She's changed the length to a bit longer, and look how close she is, Barry Lester.
Yeah, definitely got a lot of confidence up as Brianna.
This has been an unbelievable performance from Brianna Smith, because had she missed that and not made it, that could have given Dawn Hayman all of the momentum. Dawn ends up jack high as well. Around the rinks, and Kate Matthews still performing at a very high level in this second set. Chloe Stewart has won the first as well. Ali Forsyth is in a pretty good position against Stephen Pell. And tonight, Bowls Australia and Club Mat. New webinar up, 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, and the second one at 9 o'clock. So looking forward to these because it's going to teach every club how to make the most out of bowling. So make sure you scan that QR code that's on your screen now. We'll give you a couple of seconds to do that. And make sure that you go to the Bowls Australia Resources Hub. It's in the link of the YouTube comments as well. Such a valuable asset. Club Map doing a great job, as well as Bowls Australia's participation team. Back to the bowls, though. A little bit of time taken on the mat there from Brianna Smith. Took a little break. And that is a great finish. Had a lot of drawn sets this week. Probably above par at the moment. One each session. Jack McShane on the far rink as well. He's in a bit of spot of bother against Clayton Holcomb. But I believe he's holding 2 here in the final end. And I reckon he might have just drawn the set. Or has he?
Brianna Smith looking to trail the jack here, down the line for 3. And those bowls, and the way she's using them, they have the jack on the end of a fair few times already this match. Just trailing the jack out of the back there, making it difficult for Dawny. Playing well, Brianna, but guess what? There's a problem. Dawn Hayman, one of the world's best, might be far away.
Can she get through here? She can't. So, first set has gone the way of Clayton Holcomb over Jack McShane. Brianna Smith, what have you got? Doesn't want to promote Dawn Hayman. Didn't. So where does Dawn go now? It's an interesting head. It's determining what the count actually is. That first end asked a really big question of Brianna Smith as to whether she was able to go with Dawn, because Dawn mentally is never going to switch off. Neither has Brianna Smith. That final bowl has just reassured her. Dawn getting an umpire's decision here.
Dawny Hayman, big shot required here. Backhand with weight, looking to arrive. Needs connection.
Just going to miss, so I reckon it's cut it down to 1 now. And Brianna might enjoy another strong start. Won the first 3 ends in the opening set to race out to a 5-0 lead. Let's see what this count is. 1 taken out. So we know it's Brianna's mat. But is it a double? Dawn's just double checking. And I think it is going to be the one, or are we calling the umpire? We are calling the umpire. We wait with bated breath. Find out whether this is a 2-0 lead to Brianna Smith or 3. Umpire's doing a great job at this event. Tell you what, Baz, the
Sure do, mate.
Club Tweed meat pies as well.
Yeah, the volunteer hours they put in, they're here before we get here and they're here when we leave.
Have you tried one of these meat pies from Club Tweed yet?
I've only tried probably about 500 of them over the years since first coming here in 2000.
Sensational.
Yeah.
So good. Now,
you know where they're made, don't you?
here, aren't they?
Downstairs.
Yep. Freshly made. Awesome.
So made on site.
Served on site. And delicious.
It's like they say about good beer, Val.
I'm not a beer person, to be honest.
You want cool rooms near the taps.
Yep. So, getting the laser out to determine which bowl is going to be closer. I'm leaning towards Dawn's, but I'm not sure. It is Brianna's. So Brianna Smith has a 3-0 lead. That's massive. And again, she races away. Can she capitalise in set number 2? That's a huge end.
So continuity is everything in this sport. Being able to back up end after end, tick the scoreboard over, and Brianna Smith, well, she's doing what she did in the first set here. Forehand, jack length, 33 metres. Just a little bit quick on that one, but good track. Dawn Hayman. Nice response here. 3-0 down. 8 inches away. That's going to be pretty hard to beat over this distance. 33 metres. Not easy. So Brianna Smith switching to the backhand. It's a bit out of character for Brianna. Couple of heavy deliveries.
So, Dawn Hayman needs to make her stand now. We thought she was making it in the opening end, but Brianna managed to find a way through. She's continued to have the answers. And this match has been probably the best quality that we've seen so far at this tournament. Tristan Smollercombe and Cohen Litfin yesterday played a ripping match, but this one has just been high octane from go to woe.
Well, I didn't see this happening, but I guess Brianna, she's pretty much been faultless all game so far, but she just hasn't quite found her weight in this direction. This particular Anders Dawn drops her measure 3/4 of the way up the green. Both players having a bit of a chuckle.
Rice smile. But Dawn holding 3. This is a very big bowl for Brianna Smith. Very big. She's in control. Things can change on a dime. She needs to hit the dime now.
So talking about 6 feet of weight off here.
How close is she? Has she gone too far? May have pulled up in time.
Might be second. It's still 2.
So Dawn with a chance to add in a third here in level proceedings. Brianna just had to get that one in. Didn't want to give Dawn an opportunity to get a 4. So Dawn overcooks it. Brianna concedes the 2. 3-2. After 3 in this second set. 1 set shootout after we levelled the first at 7 apiece. Can barely split them. They know each other so well. Ben Twist, Brianna's partner, watching on. Will be Dawn's teammate at the Bowls Premier League later this season, or later this year. Are we getting an umpire to come out and check this? We are. This may just be that little bit too short. Or are we going to play it? Tape measure coming out. Just to see how close this is. Gives us an opportunity to check on what's happening around the rinks. And as you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, Locke's done a great job of putting those all up for you so that you can all have a look at what's going on. And Chloe Stewart down 4-2 after winning this first set against Kayla McBean-Curtin. Jack McShane in a spot of bother against Clayton Holcomb. Kelsey Cottrell down 5-6, was down 4-0 in the second set against Kate Matthews. Kate currently holding, I'd say, 2 down there. Could possibly be an 8-5 lead. Kelsey's got a bit to do down there against the emerging Jackaroo. All good in terms of length, no problems.
Yeah.
Just in.
It's a testy little length, though. Dawny's up for the task.
Dawn and short lengths, they almost go hand in hand. The way that she led at the World Bowls Championships last year, you could see it. It's unlucky in that fours match to go down to England in the women's fours. England were just unbelievable how well they played. Probably no such thing as luck in that sense because England were that good.
Yeah, Lorraine Keller, the skip.
Oh my God.
Yeah, those
Amy
drives.
Farrow. I think, yeah, Lorraine was just unbelievable how she played. Amy Farrow was the skip. They just hit their marks.
And then, of course, Lindsay, fairy tale finish.
Yeah, with Dawn and Kelsey alongside her. Lindsay went out a world champion. There was not a dry eye at Broadbeach.
It's not bad, is it? retire at 40.
Don't say that to her. She was 39. Or was she 40?
She was on the other half of 39.
She might actually, you know what? She might have been.
That's what I read somewhere anyway. Hopefully you wrote it. But I mean...
No, she was 39.
And 3/4.
Yes, but not quite 40. Don't undersell her.
To be able to retire after winning a world title and been having played international bowls for 20 years.
Yeah. It's the stuff that dreams are made of.
What a career, what a story. Doesn't get any better.
And she would have been disappointed to go out with the silver in the fours, but I think it just made that second week and that second event even more special for her.
Brianna Smith missing high here. Good little sider, though. She's achieved the tee, though.
So Dawn Hayman holding 3 provisionally. That's got her at a 5-3 buffer. So Brianna with it all to do. Kelsey Cottrell down 8-5. So a bit of trouble for the former Com Games gold medalist and reigning world triples champion. She's won them outdoor. She's won them indoor. Won the mixed pairs World Bowls Indoor Championships title with Aaron Sheriff at Warilla in 2023 to Kelsey. Defeated Julie Forrest and Michael Stepney in the final. Dawn Hayman, that's a good bowl. So what does Brianna do here? Any trail of the jack can hurt. She's down 4. This has got to be good. Dawn, like a Ferrari, continues to get better and get faster and more impressive. Brianna Smith needs this to get down. It's coming. Dawn's clapping it.
She's done it again, has she?
She has done it again. Well, Dawn might be like a Ferrari, but Brianna like a Lamborghini. The two competitors. That is sensational. Dawn clapped it halfway down the rink and said, well done, Bri. Twice in this set has Brianna Smith come up with something incredible with her last bowl. Down 3 on end 1. And then down 4 on end 4. And she's won them both.
Yeah, that's just a sign of confidence you've got within inside yourself. Bowlers would know some days you look at her head and you go, I feel like anything's possible here in terms of drawing a shot or sitting a bowl or driving something out. And Brianna, well, her confidence lays that high that she looks at that head and says, you know, I think I can really draw this. And they're good signs. I was just chatting to someone last night, might have been me mate Benny Hubber back in Victoria, about you've got to be completely on your game if you want to win this Australian indoor singles. You can't turn up here at 60, 70, 80%. You've got to be right on top of your game, playing top quality bowls, from drawing to converting to driving, and doing it with that inner confidence if you want to go all the way. So 3/4 length, 30 metres. Brianna Smith needs to find about 4 feet of weight. She's picked up probably about 8 inches on 18 inches on her first one, but hasn't quite found it the last 6 deliveries in this direction as Brianna Smith. She has tried a bit of both, forehand and backhand. For me, it's probably when you're trying to focus so much on your weight, you can lose your line at the same time. I think for me here, Brianna's just got to chuck one out on a slightly higher line. Just try and let the bowl do the work. Start fresh. Even little things like just standing slightly in a different spot on the mat. Just trying something new might be the ingredient you need. So here we go on a higher line. And she's played it well. Brianna Smith.
She is...
well, I'm very confident that touched the jack.
I'm not sure.
I'm very confident it did. Anyway, I'm happy to be wrong.
Surprised that it didn't get any more of it. That's unbelievable. But Dawn now looking at it in a second. She's put it out on a good line.
It might have been just the shadow then.
I think it was. Dawn Hayman. She's not going. Or she's found the jack and she's pushed it towards Brianna. So Bree definitely has the shot now. No. One to Dawn. How am I going? Clayton Holcomb leading 3-1 over Jack McShane in that second set as well. Chloe Stewart in a little bit of trouble in her second set. Kelsey Cottrell fighting back. 2 ends to play against Kate Matthews. She just needs to tie that set and she's into the semis once more. And thankfully for Brianna Smith and Dawn Hayman, Kelsey's on the opposite side of the draw.
Brianna Smith looking for Dawn Hayman's bowl here. Well, she's got to rub off the front.
And it might just get there. It's going to fall in. That's going to be the shot.
Well, if Brianna had missed that front bowl, I was pretty confident she was going to sit the shot bowl of...
and make 2.
Dawn's, but she did get a maximum result. To be able to rub off a bowl that's 4 foot short and still maintain shot is a big result. Bit of frustration shown from Dawn, which is fair enough. But Dawn Hayman has got an opportunity herself here.
Can she clear out Brianna's 2?
Absolutely, Val. You're onto it, mate. Yeah, she's got the backest bowl, so jack movement's in her favour for the tee. Just run those bowls out. It's a pet shot of Dawny's. Forehand with weight.
Here it is.
Look for both bowls, or at least one of them.
She's watching it. She's not far away. Dawn Hayman, she might crash into her front.
I thought she would have been a little bit more aggressive there.
It's Brianna Smith. 1 to the youngster. Unbelievable. 5-2. She's had all the answers. She's won 4 of the 5 ends this set.
Yeah, it's been an impressive performance. The thing with Brianna, though, it's been draw and some little weighted shots, plus some dead draws in times of need. Some big clutch shots. Played them when required.
So Brianna Smith just holding Dawn at bay. Just the funny thing for Dawn is that she's won the Champion of Champions on multiple occasions. Hasn't had the chance for the Australian Championships because she qualified, but then it got cancelled. And the other singles titles have just eluded her, making the semis and the final. She's been deep in all of them. And this would be the one that she'd really love to get just after that disappointment of the Australian Open where Kelsey beat her in a thriller. But Brianna Smith has just thrown everything at her.
Spot on, Val. And, you know, we can't win everything, and that's fact. But we can definitely throw our hat in the ring to try. And Dawn Hayman just keeps backing up event after event, and eventually you get the reward. And it's such a huge credit to her. And we're seeing now Brianna slightly younger though, but Dawn Hayman, Alan Ryan was now 5 similar years ago, trying to crack into that 5-a-side for Australia at a major, and Alan's gone on with it, and Dawny now, well, we saw last year her first big major, walks away with a world title, and if you look at her individual and team results she's racking up, it's impressive resume already. But Dawn Hayman, the way she's going, who knows where Dawn's resume will sit in 10 years' time. It's very impressive already. As Brianna Smith is looking to sit Dawn Hayman's bowl. She's played this. My goodness, that's a great bowl. And jogs down after it. Brianna Smith has gone from 1 down to 2 up here.
Unbelievable.
Well, at least 2.
And you look at perseverance, harping back on a different sport quickly, but we'll have a look at the replay. Brianna Smith again, just finding, she's had her rhythm all day. Dawn hasn't played badly. Brianna's been superb. But you look at a different sport like tennis. Alexi Popperin today, the Australian. Yeah. Great day for Australian sport.
How old's he, Val?
He's 25 years old, born in August 1999. Had his birthday last week.
There you go.
Won his first Masters 1000 today.
At 25.
At 25. That was his 23rd at crack at a Masters 1000 event since 2019.
Leighton won Wimbledon when he was 20. It just goes, it just goes to show you got to hang in there, maintain that self-belief. Some things in life may change, maybe family, work, marriages, kids. So,
first Australian to win a Masters 1000 title since Leighton Hewitt in 2003. Fantastic day for Australian sport. Dawn provided us one of those last year at the World Champs. Brianna provided us one of those in 2022. The World Bowls Indoor Junior Championships, under 25s.
Well, Val, we've got a bit of a unique situation happening next door.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to steal the limelight away from Brianna and Dawn's game at all, but Jeremy Henry won the first set. He finds himself down by 1 on the card on 8-9. Mm. He's lying shot.
About to put in his second here, so he's going to have 2 with nothing else on the rink.
But Vincent McElwain has no bowls on the green, and he's got 1 left.
And Jeremy Henry might have just put this in the way.
And no. So Vinny's got all 3 bowls on the bank, and he needs
jack connection here.
Well, he needs shot.
Yep.
Vinny must get shot to force a tiebreak, and he's only got about a foot of room to draw it. He can't play anything else because he has no bowls on the green. So quite a unique situation. You don't see that very often.
We'll bring you an update of what happens there. Dawn Hayman's last bowl. I think she's 3 down here. She's gone big. What's she got? Dawn Hayman. She connected with everything but Brianna's front 2 shot bowls, and it is another 2 to Brianna Smith. This is unraveling quickly. Brianna has dropped 1 end in this second set, and we asked, would Brianna, or how would she recover from that first set? McElwain's bowl coming in there. We'll see what happens. He's missed, and Jeremy Henry is into the semi-finals. But yeah, Baz, we said, how does Brianna respond? It's a difficult way to lose the first set when you've led the whole time. You led 5-0, 6-1, 7-3. You draw 7-all. She's had to save 7 shots across 2 ends in this second set, and she's done so with gusto. So, how impressed are you with her mental fortitude?
Yeah, I really feel as it's been a massive maturity performance from Brianna, and I think just playing at St John's Park, being around the high-quality players day in, day out, very professional player is her partner in Ben Twist, being around the club, being around the top quality players, and just always learning, and that's the key, taking your game to another level. And there's been moments today where she's said to herself, well, if I want to win and perform well, I've got to play the mature shot and draw or play my way out of trouble. So knowing the quality of Dawn Hayman, I think, as I said earlier, I think you've got to look at the positive, the fact that she did draw against maybe someone that was fancied to win, or, if you probably had odds on it and so on. So,
well, Locke and I both did our predictions before the tournament, and we both had Dawn Hayman on the right line to win the title.
There you go. So, and then Brianna's, she's played all the shots required to win big games, and I know there's 3 ends left and anything can happen, but she's done everything right so far, and I just like the way she's gone about it. But Dawn Hayman, she can turn a game really quickly with her shots play and her beautiful drawing. So let's see what happens over these next few ends.
These 3 ends, huge.
So,
Coming of age performance from Brianna Smith. So Kate Matthews down at the head against Kelsey Cottrell. It's 8 apiece. And your 2022 champion is also through to the semi-finals. Kelsey Cottrell take a bow. So Kelsey will take on another semi-final here. Unbelievable. Colleen Orr and Pauline Wood will be the other quarterfinal, or Paula Wood, sorry, will be the other quarterfinal that we'll wait for. They'll be up in the next session. So Kelsey versus Wood or Orr. Brianna just going underneath here, so this is a chance for Dawn. This is a really big chance.
yeah, Brianna just not quite hitting the mark with, well, probably her nearest bowl's not too bad, but this is where the mind game comes into it.
Oh, yeah.
The technique's there, the rhythm, the timing. You don't want it to go off, but it's when the mind can start thinking, wait a minute, wow, if I win this game, this
I've
is where
beaten Dawn Hayman.
yeah, and this is where I'm heading. I'm getting closer to that big final. And Dawny, well, just staying composed, trying to match the previous delivery, out on a good line again. You'd expect her to draw this.
To put in a third.
She has. So
And
game on, ladies and gentlemen.
And apply some pressure. Dawn Hayman, that is the boss. Here we go. 7-2 becomes 7-5. And Dawn just says, hold on a minute. 2 ends to play, 2 shots the difference. We are going down to the wire. Surely not another drawn set. Chloe Stewart has taken a 7-6 lead over Kayla McBean-Curtin. She is 2 ends away from a berth in the semi-final to meet one of these two, Brianna or Dawn. Jack McShane against Clayton Holcomb. Down a set, but 3 all in the second.
Big moment now for Brianna. She's done it before when Dawn started off well in an end. She's been able to reply nicely. So she really wants to get this shot back with one of her first 2 deliveries here.
This is pretty darn close, Baz.
What a reply by Brianna Smith.
That is massive. Just to say, I'm not letting that 3 get to me.
But not only is it shot, but it sits on on Dawn's bowl, so that really locks it in. I do suspect, though, there will be bowls inside that last one of Brianna's, but gee, it's a great start.
Dawn Hayman.
Well, the short ends is increasing the effective rate here for both players.
Insanely good from Dawn. Look at the line from these two. They're all putting it right on the weight, both within probably 1.5 foot.
And it's something we haven't seen a lot of, Val, and that's short jack in this direction with all the games we've commentated.
And I tell you what, Brianna is not far away here either. It's going to trickle around the back. But again, look at the line, Baz.
That was her second best result to get something past. Because of any contact on that shot bowl, you'd suspect that Jack will kick backwards.
Ali Forsyth flying against Stephen Pelt. They started late. They might finish earlier than some of these matches that are going on.
Big day. Big day for all these players. Long days. Some games starting 8 a.m. It's, of course, our second last session for the day.
Brianna has led from the outset. She's not trailed at all. The only time it's been level pegging was at the conclusion of the opening stanza where Dawn pulled out 2 2s in a row to draw it. What has she got here, Dawn Hayman?
Played it well. Needs to pull up.
Does. It's in a great spot. So I think for Brianna, if you're going into the last end and you're 1 shot ahead, might not be the worst thing because she'll have last bowl.
It's close.
But she's not far away. Brianna Smith. Oh, she didn't want to do that.
That's okay.
It's not the worst result. It's okay. Probably still 1 to Dawn. Jack McShane's gone down 5-3 to Clayton Holcomb. So he's in a hot battle. Corey Wedlock and Ben Twist will be watching that with great interest because the winner of those two will play the winner of McShane and Holcomb. But back here, Dawn Hayman with it all to do. She's holding, I believe, 1, which will get it to 7-6. Can she add in a second and apply some heat on Brianna Smith, her Australian teammate, St. John's Park teammate, state teammate? They know each other extremely well. She goes around the back. That's what it looks like. So it's 1 to Dawn. Does she almost take that into the last end? 1 shot lead, last bowl.
Yeah, we were in this situation before, Val. It's pretty much just all about the consequences behind every shot. So forehand, Brianna can't get to her own bowl with just arriving. So that's the first objective. She can't give away more shots. But if the jack does spring to the incorrect position, does she risk dropping 2?
And that's the problem.
So it'd be a real soft draw.
She's gone with that soft draw. And it's going to drop under, so it'll be 1 to Dawn Hayman.
1 shot lead and last bowl for Brianna.
That's not a bad result at all. So Dawn takes her 3rd end of the set. 7-6. She's just taken a little break.
Could this be our first?
On ringside, yes.
Double.
Did we have one?
No, double drawn set.
Oh, yeah, we didn't have one, did we? Might have one. Dawn needs a 1 in this final end. Brianna waits. Dawn's just gone for a quick comfort stop.
Now, in this direction, Val, what have we got in your notes there in this direction, the last few ends? Who's won the ends?
Let's have a look here. It's pretty even. Dawn you probably favour Dawn in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brianna 1, 2, 3. 5 to 3 in favour.
That's the reason why I asked the question. I felt that Dawn had the majority of the wins coming back to this clubhouse, so it's a big stat, and just Brianna hasn't quite been able to nail it on her return this way.
But this set, it's even.
So across the match, these are the little wins. So when you break up a game, whether you're winning or losing, you still got to look at the little wins along the way. And if someone said to Dawn right now, Dawn will give you a quick little stat to help build your confidence up. Just going to let you know, out of the 8 ends in this direction, you've won 5 and Brianna's won 3. And there's something you can grab and use it to the best of your ability moving forward. Now,
Makes you walk that little bit taller.
absolutely, in a game of pennant, it might be, how many quarters have you won? When you break a game down, it might be ends you've won. So grab all the good you can, run with it. And in this case, I think Dawn internally would know this. And she started pretty well, but it is a new jack position, so it's a short jack. It's a new location for everyone. Who can adjust first? Who can hold their nerve?
So it's been cruel for Brianna because she's gotten to 7 in the first set at 7-3. Dawn came back with a wet sail to draw it. 7-all. She had 7-2 in this set. And Dawn's come back to get within 1, but Brianna holds game.
Yeah, 10 inches away. Our marker indicating there, just about 10 inches to a foot away. We've got Ben Twist. Looks a bit jittery up there in the background, sitting next to his dad, Jeff.
Dawn drops under. Brianna needs to get one past the jack here.
Doesn't want to frame it, though. Doesn't want to build any kind of angles or little mini shelves for Dawn to work off. You want Dawn to try and draw this cold, ideally. And that's what Benny will be doing as he's sort of riding that one home. You can see him in the background up there. Moving around.
He is very nervous.
Yeah, so
Bowls is it's harder to watch the person that you're invested in rather than play because you don't have the control.
So you can see his dad there on the right of screen of Ben in the white jacket.
Dawn Hayman, she's trotting in, wants it to hold. What she got? She's got Brianna's, and Brianna's is now sitting face down, so it's going to be more removable. So she's going to run down.
So in the year 2000, I mentioned it yesterday, the person who won my first Australian indoor. Can you remember that, Val?
Rex Johnson?
Yeah, he broke that run of Steve Glasson's 9.
He did.
Rex Johnson beat who in the final?
Steve Glasson?
No.
Barry Lester?
No.
Oh, really? Ben Twist dad?
Jeff Twist.
Wow.
There you go. Rex Johnson in the year 2000.
Wow.
You see in the background there, Jeff, with the white vest on. That's Ben Twist's dad. Jeff was runner-up to Rex Johnson in 2000. So 24 years later, his son has a crack at trying to win this title and go one further than himself. It's a pretty good story. Father-son. So that might be the best we can do. Father runner-up. Son maybe a win. He's going to have to get past Corey Wedlock as Brianna just covers any damage of that jack springing out.
Well, this is it. Dawn Hayman has to affect this here. If she doesn't, Brianna Smith is off to the semi-finals.
Yeah, so Dawn Hayman here, you're looking at about... So the two objectives, of course, when you play any bowl is what weight, what hand. So clearly it's going to be backhand down under the front one, and then the weight to be able to get the right angle and the secondary result, which is the little kick of the jack and run on. Dawny can actually halve Brianna's bowl and run up and stay for 2 if she does get it right. So to do that, it needs to be about 6 feet of weight. Backhand. In it comes.
So close. Dawn Hayman, what she got? She's rubbed off her own. Almost got a little secondary result there, but that will do. Brianna Smith plays the game of her life, and she's through to the semi-finals of the Australian Indoor Championships once again. In 2022, she earned the silver medal, runner-up to Kelsey Cottrell, and she's beaten the most informed player in the game at the moment in Dawn Hayman. What a performance. What a superstar she's becoming.
Yeah, as I said, the word maturity comes to mind for young Brianna there. And played a lot of representative bowls over the years, Brianna. But then, as you pointed out, Val, was a very, very good point. Once Brianna experienced playing international bowls, winning the world under-25 singles a couple of years ago overseas, her game's gone to another level now, and she's beaten one of the best going around. But now Dawn's attention will turn to getting behind her other teammates, the St John's players, to get them home for a win. So well done to both players.
Exactly right. Brianna Smith through to the semi-finals of the Australian Indoor Championships. Her partner, Ben Twist, he'll be up next up against Corey Wedlock. That'll be scheduled to start in about 25 minutes. All other matches almost done. Chloe Stewart, she has made her way through to the semi-finals as well with a win over Kayla McBean-Curtin. Jack McShane also sitting precariously. Lost the first set to Clayton Holcomb, but very much looking forward to this. This is quarterfinal between Corey Wedlock and Ben Twist. Will be up next here on Ringside Live. Barry Lester, thank you very much.
Good work, Val. See you soon, mate.
See you soon, everybody. 25 minutes time. Quarterfinals. Don't miss it.
Aero, used by world champions Kelvin Kirko, Corey Wedlock, Aaron Tees and Aaron Sheriff. Swirl, Aero's new colourway, easy on the eye and in over 65 colours. Aero's enhanced grip allows you to go up 1 to 2 sizes, shaped to give maximum comfort and control. Made in Australia, machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy. Aero provide the most accurate of bowls. Aero, same line every time.